Hey guys, what's going on? I hope everyone's well and happy. This video is about a couple of weeks overdue. I want to give you guys a heads up on two things. First of all, I'm sick. Again, I'm always fucking sick. So I am sorry if I'm coughing and spluttering everywhere. I'm gonna try and make my words slow because it seems every time I talk really fast, I want to cough. And the second thing is, this video will be somewhat of a trigger warning. Well, no, the video is not a trigger warning, but I'm giving you a trigger warning. I'm going to be talking about depression, anxiety, and suicide, and my take on it. For those of you that don't know me very well, I'm not a young person. I'm pretty sure most of you already know anyway, but I have a 19-year-old son, so I'm definitely not like a 16-year-old spring chicken. I'm an old gamer from way back. And there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Why I had to think for a while, why did I want to make this video? And I think the first and foremost point of making this is my step to, wow, bling much? My step in towards admitting publicly, wow, way to publicly admit it. It was blurted on YouTube. No, not so much publicly admitting it. I mean, admitting out loud. I've always known, but I've always been ashamed, and I think this is where my change needs to begin. I need to stop being ashamed, and if this video can help even one person, this video was worth making. So as I've said, I'm not a young person, and in saying that, you young people should know that depression is nothing to be ashamed of. It is unfortunately part of some of us, and it's not something we can turn off, and it's not something we can turn on. It doesn't have a, it's not like excuse me, it's not like a stopwatch. We can't stop it whenever we want. We can't activate it whenever we want. It doesn't work that way. I wish it did. My God. So yes, I suffer from depression, and I can't be ashamed of it anymore, and I can't hide it anymore. Because by doing this, my depression reached an all-time low to where, like, I'm literally only just now coming out of the darkest period of my life. Like, I've never experienced anything as I have in the last few years. The worst part of it, I'm only just now coming out, and I need to embrace this newfound light. And my first step towards doing that is by admitting that yes, I suffer from depression, and it's okay. I am not a freak. I am normal. I just suffer from depression. This is not, please don't think that this is some kind of advice line or advice line. This is not an advice line. This is just my personal take on my life and what's been going on. I'm not medicated. I don't take any form of medication other than when I'm sick. Even then I don't take it. I think it's mainly because I guess I've always been paranoid that I'd get addicted to something. I don't know. I've tried to fight it on my own. And I think looking back now, if I, that whole saying, if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have accepted medication, because I might have gotten through those last few years a little bit easier than what I did. So here I am, and suffering, as I said, suffering depression. You're not a freak. There's nothing wrong with you other than you're depressed. But definitely open up to someone. See a doctor, speak to your parents, even just a friend. Call one of those anonymous hotlines. But don't hide it, because you're going to find yourself in a place where you're not going to want to be. And you're just going to hate yourself every single damn day. I'm speaking from experience. Unfortunately, my depression got to a point where I became very suicidal on a daily basis. My thoughts were suicidal. And there was a couple of times, one in particular that was probably the worst, where I wanted everything to just stop. I didn't want to be an adult anymore. I didn't want to feel any more pain. I didn't want to feel any more loss. I just wanted everything to end. And unfortunately, I totaled my car into a pole. And, well, fortunately, I didn't succeed, which is, I can see now is a good thing. As I said, my depression was so incredibly bad. I just was so stuck. I was in this life that had invisible quicksand around me, and I was just sinking deeper and deeper, and I had no way, I had no idea of how to fix this. I didn't want to seek help. I didn't want to speak to anyone. I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. Wow. No, I was ashamed, because my entire life I have been so incredibly strong. Any hurdle that I've had come towards me, I've always managed to cross it. Didn't matter how big, how small, how difficult. I have always been so incredibly strong my entire life, and I was embarrassed and ashamed that I couldn't fix this. And everyone who's ever known me will always say I am the happiest person they've ever known, and I am the rock. I am like such a rock. But if that proves anything, it proves that even the strongest people are not immune to depression or anxiety or suicide. And it's okay to be, well, it's not okay to be suicidal. Definitely, as I said, if you are there, you need to seek help. Even if someone is there and wants to shoot me a message and just talk, I'm happy with that. Please do so. But yeah, as I said, that a few people have asked, how come I disappear offline for a couple of weeks at a time, and that'll usually be when I'm in one of my little depressive spouts and I just want to be left alone. For me, that's the easiest way I find to come back out. When I'm ready to talk, then I come out and sort of speak to someone, like I'll speak to a friend or whatever. But yeah, if I've disappeared offline for a while, it'll usually be because I just need some time out. I also suffer from social anxiety. I don't mix with a lot of people. I'm not into big crowds or excuse me, wow. I'm really trying to hold back a cough here. I don't do big crowds. I even go shopping when there's like almost no one in the shops anymore. Yeah, I'm not a very sociable person. I love playing on Xbox with people. I love having friends on Xbox. But my friends in real life are very few. And the ones that know me, they definitely understand why I am that way. I can't handle a lot of company from a lot of people a lot of the time. It's too much for me. I'm not sure why. I'm definitely an introverted type of person. I'm very antisocial to a point. I don't mean to be. I've been that way ever since, oh God, I don't know, for as long as I can remember. Yeah, it's very odd. And I noticed that I tend to get very sick when I have big changes in my life. And it's almost like my body's gone into shock, because I'm not used to change. And I don't really like change that much. My son and I have just moved from the house that... well, I can't really blame the house. Like, it's not the house's fault. But for lack of a better way of saying it, we've just moved from the house that I believe was responsible for my darkest period in life. And I think that move was overdue, very much overdue. It was like a sinking hole. I just couldn't get out. But anyway, we have now moved, and things are definitely much brighter. For those of you that do know, a very close person passed away a couple of years ago, and I found him on the bathroom floor, and we were still living in that same house, and I was still sleeping in the same room. The bathroom was an ensuite. I closed the door and shut it off, like I never used that bathroom again. But it was just like a hold, like something black and dark had a hold on me. It was like an excuse to remain sad and unhappy. And it's over now. We're out of there, and who knows? We'll see what happens from here on in. Fingers crossed, everything comes out great. And if it doesn't, it'll just be another hurdle to cross. So yeah, I just want you guys to know, even though you guys always hear me happy and funny and laughing, and I'm human too, and doesn't matter how strong I am, I'm not immune to depression or social anxiety or anything like that. Definitely not. And I'm not a freak. And I understand that. I'm not a freak. There is nothing wrong with me. I am very normal. I just have some issues. And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. It is nothing to be embarrassed about, nothing to be ashamed of. And if anyone else was to tell you that, then you need to tell them to get fucked and get them out of your life, because they are poison. Unless they're telling you to get some help, then keep them in your life. On another note, I have... Oh my God, I'm stretching. Oh, this one's a bit of a serious note too. I have something that is called tachycardia. It is it is a heart, well, it's not really a heart disease, but it's a heart defect. I've had it since I was born. I have an irregular heartbeat, and it is abnormally fast. So let's say, for those of you that do understand BPMs, beats per minute arrested for someone who's just sitting down doing nothing usually is around about, like, I don't know, between 60 to mid 80s, and that's just sitting down doing nothing. Whereas sitting down doing nothing, for me, I normally sit around about 105 to 110, really depends. And that's, for me, that's normal. So I don't exercise for obvious reasons. My heartbeat would go up to about 160, which would lead to a heart attack. I don't go out very often or mingle or do a lot of physical activity because of this very reason. I am overweight, again, because of this reason. There's been a lot of exercises that I can't do, and I'm sure that my weight has played I have to cough. Oh my god. Oh, I'll edit that out, excuse me. So I say excuse me even though I said I'm going to edit that out. Wow. Anyway. Okay, I'm back. What was I at? I forgot. Oh my god. Yes, I'm sure my weight has played a part in my depression, knowing that there's very little I can do about it, but the things I can do about it cost a lot of money. Anyway, whatever. We put that aside. I actually have heart surgery coming up in a few months. Unfortunately, because I'm sick, if I don't heal within the next month or so, they're going to postpone that. As with any surgery, there is always a risk. My son is very aware, or is now very aware of what's been going on, and he's been my rock through everything for the last few years. I cannot thank this guy enough. Really the only justifiably thank you that I can give to him is living my life happily and actually moving on from this darkness that I've just left, and finding some light and becoming genuinely happy, not fake happy. Jordan, if you watch this, you already know how much I love you, and you already know how much you mean to me, and you already know how thankful I am for the fact that you were the one who saved my life for the last few years. I owe you my life, and I thank you so much for everything you have done. Okay, enough of that mushy shit. Yeah, so that's my issue. I actually have a heart defect, so you know, there's certain things I can do, certain things I can't do, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just normal. I've got issues like everybody else, and nobody is perfect. And I want everyone to, not everyone to see, but the people that do have issues and hide it and feel, you know, somebody might have epilepsy and they feel like they're a freak, or somebody might have this or depression or anxiety and feel like there's something wrong with them. There might be something wrong with you, but you're not a freak, and you need to love yourself, because there are too many people already in this world ready to beat you down just for their own fucking entertainment. Don't be the same person. There's already someone ready to do that for you, and I've got to tell you, I haven't loved myself in years, and I nearly killed myself because of it. Maybe now you guys might understand. When I end my videos, I tend to say love yourself and don't be blue. There's a double meaning to that. I used to say that because I would say, because I actually didn't want you guys to be me, such a fuck up and ready to, you know, end everything so quickly. But I also meant it in a way as I don't want you to be blue, as in sad, because I know where that sadness can take you. And loving yourself, you have to do it. I'm only just now, I have a 19-year-old son, and I'm only just now starting to do it. Don't leave it as long as I have. You guys need to love yourself and not be blue. So I'm going to leave it at that now, guys. For everyone that has stuck around to the end, thank you. And I hope if this helps anyone at all, you don't have to say anything. Just know that I'm here for you guys. Everyone that has supported me right from the very beginning of starting YouTube, I love you so much. I appreciate you guys, and I've said this before, and I don't think you guys actually understand the magnitude. The fact that you guys comment on my videos and you like my videos, and I see who you are, and I know how long you've been around for. You know, I just think I don't think you guys understand how much you mean to me, because I look forward to that, and I haven't had anything to look forward to for the last few years except for you guys. So, you know, you guys help me and make me feel great. A lot of you guys say my videos make you feel great. Well, you guys are making me feel great as well. So, and I forgot the point. I was getting to it. I don't know. That'll do. I'm talking too much, and I really want to go play some COD because I haven't played in a while, and stuff. Alright guys, that'll do. Again, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. If I've bored you, I'm sorry. Then you shouldn't have watched the whole damn thing or listened to it. Once again, love yourself and don't be blue. Bye guys.